Okay, you are live.
I'm gonna do like a 5, 3, 2, 1 for these guys.
Hello. Welcome to HackRPI 2024. I'm President Zenya Kusin.
I'm the Vice President of Wade and Aware.
And thank you all so much for being here at a bright and early 10 a.m. Where do I point the thingy? Okay, we're gonna click it manually. Thank you so much to our organizing team who's been working for the past year to make this event possible. And thank you so much to our volunteers who are gonna be working all weekend to make sure you have the best experience possible. If you ever have a question or need any help, find someone in a green shirt and they'll be able to help you or point you to someone who can. Can we get a massive round of applause for our volunteers? Now, our theme. Our theme this year is urban upgrades. We want you to take a critical look at our built environment and ask, how can we make this better? With an ever-increasing number of people living in cities around the world, we challenge you to see how we can make our urban areas more livable, safer, and more sustainable. We're taking a closer look at infrastructure, from transit to buildings. How can we make spaces more reliable and efficient? We're interested in public spaces, support services. How can we make facilities more inclusive and accessible for everyone? We want sustainable, long-term solutions to make our everyday lives cleaner and more eco-friendly. Cities are massive networks of interconnected parts, and from the places people gather to the transportation systems that brought them there. We want to bring our community together to make a smarter, more connected, and resilient future. Now, what is a project? Whether you're building a mobile app, web app, browser extension, have hardware components, data analysis, whatever you're doing, commit your code to GitHub so you have something to submit by the end of the event. If you don't know where to start, go to our workshops. Intro to Tech Stack is happening in this very room at 11 p.m. And we have mentors available throughout the entire event if you ever get stuck or need any help. Remember, a hackathon is a place to try out new technology. It's okay to fail. Research, try things again that you might not have time at any other point in your life. Learn new things, and have realistic expectations. Your hack will not 100% work by the end, and that is totally okay. Show that you put in effort, that you learned something. Make sure you try and you have something to present, and you'll do fantastic. On to the rules.
Okay, cool. So to give a quick recap on all the rules, everybody knows you have 24 hours to code. So that means in 54 minutes, coding starts. Do not write any code before then. And you have 24 hours until 11 a.m. tomorrow. At that hard deadline, do not write any code after. Make sure all your commits and everything are finalized then. You can work individually or you can work in a group of up to 4 people. About code that you use online. So we're obviously open to using resources like Stack Overflow, things like that. Do not take code that is already written and directly put it in your project. That does count as plagiarism if MLH or we catch you doing that. We unfortunately do have to disqualify you. The one edge case is AI. This event is very heavily going to be like AI driven. If you want to use ChatGPT, things like that, MLH encourages it, we encourage it. AI can definitely help you with finding what you want to do next in a project. If you're stuck and you don't know how to debug an error, it can help you with that. The last 2 things, which are very important, the dev post needs a soft submission of your project and your team by 10 a.m. tomorrow, which is 1 hour before hacking ends. Make sure you have that dev post submission done because we use it to make the presentation schedule. Can I get a thumbs up from everybody in here that they know that we need that dev post by 10 a.m.? Cool, thank you. If it is not there, You will not be able to present, and if you can't present, then you won't be able to win any prizes. And then presentations start at 11 a.m. A little more info on presentations. It's going to be judged on these 6 things. To give a quick recap, basically we're judging a project on, is it useful, is it creative and unique, and were you able to put effort into it? Our judging panel consists of people in industry and a bunch of professors who will judge your project based on these 6 things. You'll be able to find this information everywhere and make your presentations off of that. Presentations are extremely important, so I very heavily encourage practicing them beforehand and making sure you know what to say. It's going to be a 3-minute demo, but even if you have a very great demo coded up, if you can present it well, you will not be able to get many points because being able to explain what you've done to the judges is how you get scored. Now I will pass it back to Xenia for the prizes.
Now, all projects are eligible for our first and second place cash prizes, but we have a multitude of smaller prize tracks if you're interested in making your hack around a topic like AI, sustainability, or education. You can get the full list of prizes at our website, hackrpi.com. Yes, there are way more than this, and also on our dev post, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, HackRPI is a MLH Major League Hacking member event, and here we have our MLH coach Jade to tell you a little bit about that.
Hello. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to be using 2 laptops because my notes are here, and I wish I prepped better, but I didn't. Here we are. How's everyone doing? Cool. I feel like everyone's a morning person. Love it. All right. So I'm just pressing this button. Cool. Okay. Hello, I'm Jade. I am your MLH coach. Just a little background about me. I used to be a full-time MLHer. I worked there full-time from 2015 to 2019, and now I'm back here just coming to hackathons, which is way more fun than doing it all full-time, so you get the fun part of me. Some other things about me. I've been playing volleyball for 17 years, and I recently became a pilot last month, so that's fun. Yes, yay, thank you. Also, another thing that I did find out on Sunday, you can run a marathon without training. Yeah. At a nice ripe age, at 31, you can do it. At a not fast time of 6 hours, 18 minutes. But I'm here also, legs are still working, so you know you can do it too. All right, so I'm about to say a lot of things, so if you want to take a picture of this link, everything I'm about to say is on here, mlh.link/hackrpi. Yeah, okay, cool. And then there's also a Discord if you haven't joined it yet. This is the link. I'm sure it's also on the RPI's website. Yes, cool. All right, so what is Major League Hacking? We are the official student hackathon league. We're a global hacker community, and we support over 1 million student hackers just like you all around the world, including Asia and Europe and North America. And it's not just at hackathons, it's at other member events. We have global hack weeks, and we also have some workshops and things like that. And just by being here, you're winning community points for your school, so hopefully you signed in, checked in. So I just quickly talked about Global Hack Week. I just wanted to share with you that Global Hack Week is a week-long hacker festival that takes place throughout the year. The next one is a career-themed one, if that's an interest to you, if you're about to finish school shortly, and you can have the chance to explore various careers in technology and practice job-ready skills. And that's going on November 8th to 14th, and that's the website, ghw.mlh.io. But what are we doing here this weekend? We're here to support you at this event. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or any of the organizers wearing the green shirts. And then more specifically, we have a workshop here later today at 4:30 if you want to learn more about GitHub Copilot. And we also have a Tech Together meetup also later today at 3 p.m. Just to meet other people and get to know them outside of the hackathon community. But I'm sure you're more interested in what I brought here for you. We have some amazing resources, and we have some awesome prizes thanks to our sponsors. Again, all of that is on hack.mlh.io. We brought our Major League Hacking hardware lab powered by MSI. I don't know if you saw it up there, but we have some amazing 13th gen laptops. We have some monitors that you can check out. We have keyboard, mouse, headphones. If you forgot any of that, you're welcome to borrow it. And it's all here for you this weekend. We also have a .tech domain name for you, and that's free as well. The code is HackRPI. If you grabbed one of those little cards up there, you can get a free .tech if you want to get a website. We also have Midnight here if you want to leverage blockchain technology. We have Midnight as one of our sponsors, and the prize there is wireless headset. And as we mentioned earlier, there's going to be a lot of AI here. The best AR project with Databricks open source. You get cool Lego sets. I thought there was going to be more excitement there. Again, not warning people, I see. I was excited when I opened that box. We also have the best use of Terraform with HashiCorp, and we have some cool swag bags with them. HashiCorp is an infrastructure as a code tool, and all you need to do is build, deploy, and manage your projects with it. We have some more AI with Cloudflare. You get to win an Arduino student kit, which I find very fun. You can play with. All you need to do is use Cloudflare. And then if that was too fast for you, all of this is on the Dev Post Live as well. And what time do you have to soft submit your projects? 10 a.m. Awesome, 10 a.m. All right, I don't want to hear anyone forgetting. Got that? And just by demoing, everyone here gets an I demoed sticker. It's specifically for HackRPI. You can only get it this weekend, so make sure you submit your project at what time? 10 a.m. Okay, cool. I'm going to be really disappointed if you forget this. All right, and lastly, again, if this is towards the end of your college lifetime, if you're interested in a fellowship program, we have a 12-week internship alternative. We have some great companies such as Meta and G Research, and this is a website if you are interested in that. But on a more serious note, we are at a Major League Hacking event. Just by being here, you signed the MLH Code of Conduct. All Major League Hacking hackathons are a safe space for everyone. Harassment and abuse are never tolerated. If for any reason you feel uncomfortable, please reach out to me, any of the organizers, and we will make sure that you're okay. TLDR, don't be an asshole. Yeah. And finally, I just want to thank all of our partners for being here today. All of our prizes are here because of them, and we're able to support because of all of them. And again, I'm Jade from Major League Hacking. Have fun this weekend.
Okay, so now we'll introduce a couple of our keynote speakers. Our first keynote speaker went to the University of Arizona for a mechanical engineering degree and then came to RPI for a master's and a PhD in biomedical engineering. He has a 29-year career in academics, including being faculty here for 20 years. He's a serial entrepreneur and has founded 4 separate companies and is now the director of the Serino Center. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Eric Ledet.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak this morning. My name is Eric Ledet. I serve as director of RPI's Severino Center for Technological Entrepreneurship, and it's my privilege to lead RPI's activities in innovation and entrepreneurship. It's my pleasure this morning to welcome you to HackRPI 2024. Okay, good. When I pause like that, it means I'm waiting for a reaction, so you did well. To all the non-RPI students, welcome. If you want to find smart, passionate, and creative students, great minds and great programmers, you've come to the right place. We welcome you to Nerd Central. For our visitors, I encourage you to explore RPI over the next 24 hours. Meet up with students, make connections, and see what happens. Whether you're an RPI student or whether you're a visitor, today is an opportunity for all of you. An opportunity to have some fun, an opportunity to meet new people, an opportunity to participate not only in the hackathon, but also in the other events that are planned over the next 24 hours. The presentations, the demos, the job fair, and there's a lot more going on too. You have an opportunity to gain some experience, to win some prizes, and you will have lots of opportunity to load up on Monster energy drinks. There's like 100 cases in the next room. Probably enough caffeine to launch a flying pig into outer space, I think. But there's also another opportunity for you. This is not just a hackathon. It's an opportunity to identify real problems that are worth solving. It's an opportunity to develop real solutions to those problems, and even an opportunity to have a real impact on society. I encourage you to take this opportunity seriously and look beyond just the competition itself. The theme of HackRPI 2024 is urban upgrades. I like it. It's hard, it's real, and it can mean about 1 million different things. In the United States alone, about 1/4 of our total population lives in urban areas. That's different from suburban and different from rural and different from something else that exists that I never heard of before called exurban. Anyone ever heard of exurban? No, me neither. Apparently an exurb is a rural suburb or something between a suburb and a rural area. So you guys learned something new already today. Welcome to RPI. Anyway, the focus over the next 24 hours is urban upgrades. There are high poverty rates in many urban areas, and there is much competition for resources in all urban areas. So there are many, many opportunities for urban upgrades. I encourage you to take this opportunity to make a real upgrade. And you all have special powers to make this happen. By virtue of your education and by virtue of the skills you developed as programmers, you have special tools that you can wield, special abilities that you can call on, special powers that you can focus. And I urge you to use your powers for good. As educated individuals, as programmers, many of you, you'll have lots of different opportunities in life to use your skills. You will undoubtedly have employment options for using your powers to generate new software and apps, new technology, maybe new games. Things that are often motivated by a revenue stream for your company. Now, this is not a bad thing, but I hope you will also consider using your powers for good, where success is not measured by dollars, but rather success is measured by lives impacted and people helped. Over the next 24 hours, you have the opportunity to use your powers for good, to impact lives, to help people. I encourage you to think big and really take on this challenge. I encourage you to be creative and innovative. I encourage you to explore the challenge itself and try to empathize with the people who could benefit from a real solution. Try to see things from their perspective. Children have a very different perspective and different needs than you do. Aging individuals have a very different perspective and very different needs than you. Individuals with disabilities can have very unique needs. And where there are substantial needs, there are also substantial opportunities. So what exactly does urban upgrades mean? That's up to you to decide. But I urge you, no, I challenge you to make it meaningful, to take this opportunity and to turn it into something real. Now go. Think outside the box, use your powers for good, and most of all, have some fun. Thank you. Now, before I step away from the podium, I want to take this opportunity to make a couple of quick announcements. There's a Flying Pig Society seminar on this Wednesday, November 13th, with some excellent speakers who you will meet momentarily. They are the two speakers who are following me at the podium in a second. There are a couple of 20-something entrepreneurs with a very interesting story. If you'd like to learn more about it, come to the Flying Pig Society meeting on Wednesday. And finally, the Severino Center is hosting RPI's annual problem pitch competition on Friday, December the 13th. What a better day to talk about problems than Friday the 13th. This is a great way to win some cash to take home for the holidays. First prize is $1,000. All you have to do is to pitch a problem. No solutions needed, just a meaningful problem. If you're interested in getting more cash, more information, snap the QR code, come to the Flying Pig Society meeting, and then come back in December and pitch. Thank you again.
Okay, cool. So next, I want to introduce two people. First, there is Dan Lannon, who came to RPI. He graduated in 2019, and then there's Sam Hogan, who graduated from Utah State in 2023 and got his MBA from UAlbany in 2024. They both met at a networking event a couple years ago and founded Thin Air. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dan Landon and Sam Hogan.
How's it going, everybody? So we're going to start with a quick product demo. It's more of a video to get you understood with Thin Air, acquainted, and then we can talk more about what it is.
The first reliable computer was built by an American about 50 years ago. Industry experts say we're no longer on the verge of a personal computer revolution. We're right in the midst of it, thank you.
Scenes such as this are repeated daily in thousands of offices across the country. In fact, letters, telephone calls, and other forms of communication are fast approaching saturation levels for many business organizations. What can be done to stay ahead of this problem? What is being done?
What if there was a better way? What if your computer screen gave you more space to think, build, and collaborate? What if instead of files, folders, and tabs, you simply had space? What if the new way to interact with a computer came right out of thin air?
Now I'm trying to get the slides up. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah. So I love this talk because I spend a lot of time now talking to like investors and business people, and I'm a hacker, RPI student, gigantic nerd. It's really cool to be here and be able to talk about this idea for where it's from, where it's spawned from. Be able to get that across to you guys. I graduated in 2019. I recently found software in is this going to go in the deck? Yeah, thank you. So I went to in 2019, and software as something like my creative outlet, like the thing where you can go in and just build totally free, which I think is pretty amazing about it. So I don't think we have the deck up, but that's okay. So basically what we're building, we'll be able to show you guys up at our table up there. The history of why, have you ever wondered why you have files, folders, and tabs on your computer? And what that's from? That's actually not something we need. We have that because when the Macintosh was originally invented in '84, we didn't know how to go sell a computer to business people, right? So we said, okay, we need some analogy. Because if you go tell them, it's nodes in a graph, and all these things that we understand because we're computer scientists, they get scared and they don't buy it. So we made up this idea of files, folders, and tabs because businesses have manila folders with tabs on them and filing cabinets. So it was one big thing that we just decided, and it's never changed. And when you think about it, have any of you ever had too many tabs open? Maybe you're in VS Code and you have 12 different tabs open. You're building some system and you just want to rip your hair out because you're so frustrated and your mental RAM is completely maxed out. You're trying to remember all the things on the screen. Well, what Thin Air is setting out to do is building a new computer interface. So you can think of it like a desktop environment where everything is zooming. So you can zoom in and you can zoom out. Now, what that enables is all of you at this hackathon, let's say that you and your team want to collaborate together here. Well, what you're going to do is you're all going to open up VS Code most likely, and you're going to start pushing Git commits. There's going to be a merge conflict. You're all going to be frustrated. You're going to be walking over to your buddy's computer, to show them how to do the thing that you're trying to communicate. It doesn't work. With Thin Air, you're all in a shared space. So you have this one collaborative space where you can move your code around and organize it systematically. Build the files out the way you think about them. instead of just being this big folder tree, you can organize it and actually build it like the systematic structure that it is. So that's the idea behind thin air, is that nobody has tried to solve this idea of the computer interface since '84, since the first iteration of what a computer was. So we really believe that this can be done, that you can build a new interface where you just simply have more space, where you can, even the concept of, a file tree today is useless, right? Because now we have semantic search with AI, so you don't need all this nesting and all the confusion that we have today. So the big point that I want to get across here is, if you're a person that is really interested in building, you love the idea of doing something big, you want to one day see something like a new laptop company, something where we bring as a team an interface into the world that goes and takes on Mac OS and Windows and takes them down and goes and shows a new paradigm of how you can work with a computer. That's what we're about here. And we're looking for hackers, people that are ambitious, people that want to work really hard, and also people that love the idea. If you feel that struggle and that pain of tabs and that pain of not understanding why things are the way they are, that's what we're here to solve. And the other piece, I'm obviously freeballing it, my slide deck, but the other piece that is really interesting is we're quite literally in the midst of a personal computer revolution. Everybody knows ChatGPT, everybody knows what AI is, and that really does give all of us here an opportunity to completely rethink what it means to interact with a computer. I mean, between generating images, videos, text, half that video is generated images and generated voiceovers. You couldn't do that a year ago. There really is this opportunity in software where we can quite literally rethink everything. We'll probably never see another shift like this in our lifetimes. So that's what thin air is. We're here to redefine what a computer interface is. We'd love to talk to anybody who wants to see the demo. We'll be doing a fireside chat between 1 and 2. If you want to work in our track, we'd love to work with you. If you're interested, come talk to us. And we hope people see the vision, they see what it is we're trying to do here. We'd love to talk to you. And we're thin air. Thank you.
Okay, last but not least, I want to introduce Joe Templin. Joe Templin graduated from RPI in the class of '94. He's referred to as the human Kaizen expert. He also is the author of the best-selling book, Everyday Excellence, and he is a former president of the Autism Society of the Greater Hudson region. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Templin.
You can tell that maybe my name's got my background because I'm actually wearing a jacket, a little bit different. Yes, I'm an RPI alum. I was here for a long time. I was also president of the RPI Taekwondo Club. It's good to see some of my students up here. Ms. Kuzin actually talked about the fact that it's okay to fail. And in entrepreneurship and business, you're going to fail. There's an old martial arts saying that the master has failed more times than the beginner has even attempted. And so I want you to fail. I want you to fail often. I want you to fail fast. So that's part of the idea behind human Kaizen. And this is a hackathon. Back when I started playing with computers, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, as my kids like to say, we hacked. Literally, we would cut into the computers to be able to do stuff. We would jump across different parts of it. And two of the guys in my pledge class with the castle back in 1990 were actually in the FBI's 10 most wanted cyber criminals because they were computer hackers. And they didn't know each other until they found it out during one of our pledge meetings. I actually started college at 12 because my parents said 13 was too young to begin college. Then I came over to RPI after my time at Hopkins and really got involved with martial arts in addition to applied physics and writing, which is what I do a lot of now. But writing is all about communicating, taking these ideas, and physics, in the end, is all about trying to understand the world. Same thing that psychology is all about, where I do a lot of my work these days. And what we want to do is we want to be able to take these concepts and unify them in a lot of ways. And I talked about how when I was a pledge with the fraternity, we did a lot of things that were a little beyond the pale in terms of the legality, and you can't do it these days at RPI, and those are conversations over a malted hops beverage. But one of the big things was that we really got involved in philanthropy, which is still influencing me today. And so the influences on you at this point in your late teens, early 20s, are going to color the way that you look at the world for the next 30, 40, 50 years. And I hope that colors it in a positive way so that you can do some things with it. For example, back in 1990 when I was a pledge, and as I said, dinosaurs roamed the earth. I grew up in the era when we wore corduroy pants. Anybody who has heard about those can laugh about it a little bit. But we had an organization called Push America, which was play units for the severely handicapped. This was before IDEA came in, the American with Disabilities Act, and so we built playgrounds that were accessible to individuals in wheelchairs. And there were a couple of individuals at RPI who were good friends of mine from other fraternities that we ended up helping out. But the idea of disability or other ability has extended. I'm neurospicy. I'm ADHD pretty clearly. Who else in this room is ADHD? Only a handful of admit it. That's okay. You can admit that you're a mutant. Okay? My youngest son says that his ADHD and his autism is his superpower, that he is a mutant, and just like all mutants, you have some advantages, you have some powers, but there's some issues that present with it. So, how many people in this room identify as being on the autism spectrum? Okay. Per RPI's own numbers, is roughly 25% of the campus is ADHD or autistic. That's a big number, and it's spreading. Before COVID hit, 40+% of the graduating seniors reported that they had seen a professional for anxiety, which means that probably another 20 or 30% were having issues and yet not seeing any professional help. The mental health issues in the United States are the invisible disability. 40+% of Americans have some form of disability at this point. And so that's why I want to talk about when you're doing things, because you're going to be coding, you're going to be creative, you're going to try and make the world a better place. But not everybody is a 22-year-old, tech genius. Not everybody is like us. And so we're going to do a little bit of an experiment here that I do with my Cub Scouts. So first, put all your computers away. Secondly, can I have the lights turned off? I want you to get a little bit of a feeling, because words are weak, actions speak. I can stand up here and talk to you about what it's like to have sensory issues. I can talk to you about what it's like trying to be in a wheelchair and access a building or to get help. But what we're going to do is, when I give you the go signal, I want you to all close your eyes, take out your computers, turn them on and send me an email, but you can't use your right hand. Go! Does that disrupt you? Does it make it difficult to focus? Maybe I should add on top of it. Maybe I should let the person around shine. So there's a different language going on. Maybe we should flash the lights. Okay, we can have the lights back on. Were you able to complete the task that was assigned to you? No, because everything was against you. When my son, who had ADHD, he's level 2 autistic, and he had really bad hearing and sight, was first diagnosed, it was because I got visits in Child Protective Services because of his disruptions. because of his uncontrollable behavior. He was basically like a drunken, hangry toddler in Vegas. And that's what his world was like. Imagine trying to learn in that environment. Imagine trying to perform with that. And so, my call to you is, as you're trying to change the world, as you're trying to innovate, yes, make money. Money is awesome. Money buys beer. I love beer. Okay? I'm an RPI. But money is only one aspect of wealth. It is what you do with it. It is how you contribute. It is how you make things easier for other individuals. And so, when you do open up your laptops, when you do get to that coding, if you do interview with these awesome guys from Thin Air, or go to the Severino Center and try and make some money for Christmas, I want you to look at how you can make the world a better place for other individuals. And if you can do that, you will not only have wealth, but you will have a life of significance, and that is what it means to be an RPI alumni. Thank you.
Can we really quickly get another round of applause for all of our keynotes? So really quickly, I want to talk about some of the APIs and platforms that are accessible to all the hackers today. So the first one is Wolfram 1. Everybody here knows what Wolfram Alpha. It can do a lot of higher level math. Wolfram 1 is their API, which lets you not only do this higher level math, you can do a lot of data analytics, and it has machine learning and AI tools at your disposal. The second one is really cool. It's Claude's AI. So Claude 3.5 Sonnet has this tool which can manipulate a computer desktop environment, which basically means it can do some small tasks for you. Let's say you've been coding for 3 hours, it's now 11 p.m. You see on the Discord that Tai Chi Bubble Tea dropped off 400 cups of boba. You're gonna go get the boba, you don't wanna be near your laptop for that. So during this time, Claude can actually do some mindless tasks for you while you're going getting boba, you come back, they're done. That's one of the really cool things about it. Both of these are in the Discord under announcements. If you guys got a hacker email yesterday, if you were pre-registered, you'll be able to find them there as well. Really quickly, I want to thank all of our sponsors. At the organizing team, we are immensely thankful to all of our sponsors since this event cannot run. The food, the shirts, everything you guys are seeing, that is because of them. So a huge, huge thank you to them. Now I'll pass it back to Zenny for the schedule.
All right, we've got lots of fun events happening all weekend. At the check-in desk, all of you got blue folders. If you didn't, then go and fix that. Inside these folders, you will find the schedule and the map of the building. This is everything you need to know for the weekend. You can also put it on your Google Calendar using that QR code, or find everything on our website. Make sure you're tuned into the Discord for all the announcements, for all of the workshops and food. Now, hacking is going to start very soon at 11. Feel free to use any tables, lecture halls, classrooms in this building. Everything is open for the event. Coming up soon, if you don't know where to start, go to our Intro to Tech Stack workshop. That's going to be staying right here in this room at 11. Then soon we're going to have lunch at 12 o'clock in the DCC lounge. Now, you may or may not know this, but RPI is the only university with a quantum computer on campus. If you want to see this computer and get a little bit of information about quantum, learn something new, we're going to have tours all day. The first one is starting at 12:30 at the check-in desk, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you want to meet the wonderful people at Thin Air who just gave the presentation, their fireside chat is going to be a fantastic place for networking, building connections. That's in Low 3112 at 1 p.m. So, stay tuned on our Discord, and happy hacking! We finished early. We went fast. That was
the rest is not. We're gonna go to waiting. Okay.